What's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Single Guy channel. I am not the single guy, but I have an important question that I'm going to talk to you guys about. So my name is Lloyd, and today we're going to be talking about what women like more than sex. In fact, I would say they need this more than sex. Now, this is not bashing sex and women. Women love sex. In fact, the older I get, the more I realize that women don't like sex just as much as men. They probably like it more, okay? And you learn this the more you hang out with them, the more successful experiences you get. It's just that women, when it comes to men and women, they both want it just as much, but they want it in kind of different flavors, meaning that women are more particular about who they have sex with, and men are a little less particular about that. They both want it just as much, but for women it's a little bit more of a big deal for a variety of reasons, okay? So women like sex just as much as men, but what do they like more than that? Okay, this is going to surprise some people, and I'm going to come at it from a different standpoint than I think a lot of other people have talked about it. Okay, what women want more than sex is a sense of belonging. Okay, now what do I mean by this? I mean that a lot of times you'll find a woman will pick a partner, a woman will pick somebody who, although they might not desire as much, they pick him for security reasons. Maybe their family likes them more. Maybe they're thinking about having kids and they feel like this guy would be, a better option to take care of the kids. They've sacrificed some pleasure that they would get from sex to be with a man that they generally think would be just overall good. They feel like they belong more into them. Typically, this guy is someone who agrees with their culture more, their parents like more, is kind of got the job that they want. They feel like they belong in that environment. I can't tell you the number of women that I've dated who we had amazing sex, like they were such a sexually vibrant creature, and then I see them in a relationship with some dude who, maybe they're into him for some reasons or whatever, but you can see that they don't have that same sense of vibrance that they did around me when we were having fun with each other. So why would they pick that guy? Well, they pick that guy because they don't want to be with a guy like me who's never going to commit to them, who's always going to be around, having sex with other people too, who's not going to be monogamous. Like, that's not the lifestyle for them. They don't feel like they belong in that environment as much. So they sacrifice a little bit of pleasure that they would get from me to be with someone who they feel like they belong with. Okay, so where does this feeling come from? This feeling comes from the fact that women are constantly scared in life. They don't go around the same way that you do. Okay, if you walk down the street, you feel probably okay. But for a lot of women, they don't. They sometimes feel scared. If they're in an environment where they don't know anybody, they feel it very strongly. Women are smaller and weaker than men, and so as a result, they feel like they're more at risk. They feel like they're more of a target, because a lot of guys are trying to get at them. So if you put yourself in their shoes, you begin to realize that this nagging fear, this nagging doubt, this voice in their head that's telling them all these negative things is a really strong factor in the way that they do things. And if they find a position, if they find a situation, if they find a person that allows them to alleviate that voice in their head, that makes them feel more secure, it's a huge sigh of relief. It makes them feel really great. Doesn't give them as much pleasure or much desire or as much fun as they might like, but they will sacrifice that to get that sense of belonging, to get that sense of safety that they feel around people. Women want to feel accepted. They want to have a sense of belonging and fit in. That's why they like social causes. That's why they support each other. That's why they do all of those things that a lot of men get confused by. Like, why do women do that? It's because they like to have a sense of community. They like to have a feeling that they belong in a certain area. I give you the example about a girl who will marry someone who might not necessarily be the most desirable guy for them, but they marry them because they get a sense of belonging from them. But also, too, women will join friends groups. Women will hang out with certain people that might not be the best for them, but they feel like they belong with them. They feel like they have a sense of acceptance. So once you understand this, once you understand that she's looking for a sense of belonging, you can give her both. You can give her an intense amount of desirability, and you can give her a sense of belonging. Okay, if she feels like she belongs with you, if she feels important, that's going to be a huge factor in keeping her around. So yes, the sex part is good, but ultimately I'd say that women enjoy being in an area where they feel like they belong. If you can give them both, that's the ultimate thing. But at the end of the day, if they have to pick one, I find a lot of women, when they're younger, They choose sex, they choose desire, they choose pleasure over that sense of belonging. But the longer it nags at them, the closer they get to 30 or even past 30, and the older they get, the sense of belonging becomes stronger and stronger. And so I think for that reason, that's exactly why I picked belonging as more important for women than sex, because they do make that decision on a regular basis. So now that you know that, you can use it to your advantage. So make the woman that you're trying to date, make the woman that you're going for, make her feel like she belongs, and you'll have her. Thanks a lot, you guys. Good luck out there.